going to be made up. It's going to be lies, but they're going to believe it because it makes them feel good. And once it makes them feel good, it becomes a part of their identity. And you can't disagree with it anymore because all politics is based on feelings. My prediction for the future is that Alvin Bragg is going to be the next one to be investigated, and then Juan Merchan. I think the Republican House is just going to investigate them on anything they can because they were mean to Trump. In their mind, I think they were literally doing their jobs, but to a Republican House member, that's them being mean, so we're going to investigate them. And the allegation is all that matters. If you're watching, press the subscribe button, press the like button, press the thumbs up. Subscribing is scientifically proven to make me happier, and it'll probably make you happier too. So you should do that. They're fishing, they're finding things wrong. They're going to go to Alvin Bragg, they're going to find a speeding ticket that he got in 1997, and they're going to make a mountain out of that molehill. And they're going to say that he can't possibly be allowed to be the attorney general who prosecutes Trump. And then they're going to find they've already found the $15 Joe Biden shirt that Juan Merchan bought. They're going to have an entire House hearing about how much money Juan Merchan's daughter made while working for Kamala Harris in 2016. And they're going to scream at you, Thomas. They're going to talk to you. They're going to look at you and say she was hired to do a job as digital marketing by Kamala Harris in 2016, and her father is now the Donald Trump judge. This is blatant bias, and he can't be the judge. And they're going to do that to try and trick you. They're going to do that to try and trick the people on Facebook. They're going to do that to try and trick the people, the dummies, who barely pay attention, or the flat earthers, or the people who listen to Maytag. The people who listen to her are going to hear that and think it's true. It's not going to be true. It's going to be made up. It's going to be lies, but they're going to believe it because it makes them feel good. And once it makes them feel good, it becomes a part of their identity. And you can't disagree with it anymore because all politics is based on feelings.
I don't like that it's based on feelings.
You don't like it, or you don't think it's true?
Oh, no. I mean, the conversation we have had today makes it very clear. Like, I think the people who vote based on their feelings should not vote. Like, if that's... I think I made that very clear, actually. Mm-hmm. If your feeling about Trump changes based on the trial because you don't like him because he was convicted, as opposed to whether you're voting for principles or not, I don't think that person should vote. Like,
okay, I think that you also think that all politics is based on feelings. You've given me evidence of it today.
Have I?
Yeah, the jury in a blue state is definitely going to convict Trump, and a jury in a red state is definitely not. Aren't they doing that based on feelings? Don't you think that's the way it would go?
Oh, no. When we're talking politics versus the legal system, I separate those two things in my mind.
Okay, but according to you, the jury can't do that. Isn't that what the point you were trying to make? That the jury didn't? That those dumb blue state Democrats ruled in that jury against Donald Trump with their feelings?
Yeah, there are a lot of people
did that?
who can't separate the two.
So they're in their feelings. But that ruby red Mississippi jury, who then tries Trump
also
and finds him not guilty, they find him not guilty that's not because of their feelings?
Oh, it absolutely can be, and the argument can absolutely be made that way too. I never made the argument that ruby red jury wouldn't be biased. They absolutely would.
So they'd be voting for their feelings as well. All politics
voting
is based
is
on
a
feelings.
Weird way to describe.
You're right.
The jury process. I refuse the analogy. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did the literal jury we have of blue state jurors decide that case with their feelings? Do you think that they did?
I think it's possible.
Okay. I don't think they did. All politics are feelings, sure, but I think through the jury selection, they found out who was and wasn't going to be most in their feelings, and they picked the ones that weren't going to be in their feelings. And that's the suggestion that I would make is hypothetical jury, ruby red, Mississippi, they get the venue changed to Mississippi. It's a 98% Trump voting thing. They all vote that he's innocent and not guilty. I'm suggesting that they would also not be in their feelings because the jury process happened properly. What do you think about that sentence that I keep saying? It's my entire thesis, my thesis statement. All politics is based on feelings.
How many MAGA hats in the jury box?
My thought is people are too stupid. Because of that, yes, most politics is based on feelings. I'll agree with you there.
Okay.
but that's because people are too stupid or too uninterested to actually look at the problems and find solutions for them outside of raiding the treasury. So basically, I just think people are dumb, and dumb people will vote based on their feelings. Yes.
I think everyone votes based on their feelings. Literally, you, me, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, everybody. RFK Jr. is voting based on his feelings. Everybody always has. And I'm
you have to
suggesting that
expand the definition of feelings a great deal in order to make that work. Like, could you call it a feeling that I think that my political prescriptions are correct? Well, yeah, okay,
I
you
vote
could
based on other
if
people's
you
feelings.
if you expand the definition of feelings to that point, yeah. But I have reasons why I vote a certain way,
right.
and I have ideas about why I want things to happen.
Right.
So,
and those are you're going to use facts to get to the conclusions. I agree. The conclusion, if you've got facts, backs it up. But the reason you want those facts, the reason you want to come to that conclusion, the facts are a tool. The feeling is your motivation to use that tool. Hammers are great. I got a hammer back here, and it's a tool. Facts are a hammer. And
it's literally
if you
impossible
don't...
intellectually and psychologically not to have feelings inner. However, you can control your outward expression emotions.
I agree with you, Kissing Gonzo. But the
what I'm trying to say here
is feeling.
Is even that, okay, but at that point you've reduced it so far that to say that all politics is feeling, it becomes meaningless.
Based on feelings. Not all politics is feelings. All based on feelings. If you want to do things that are better for the American people...
I have no feelings.
That level of reductivist, or excuse me, that level of reductivism, is that the word?
No, I'd say I'm broadening, not reducing anything.
Well, you're reducing it down to the lowest possible level. So, like, everything is based on feelings is a statement that could... Reductionism, thank you. Mm-hmm. Everything is based on feelings.
All politics are based on feelings.
Reductivist.
All politics are based on feelings. They're based on feelings.
All politics, you at that point, you can even reduce it down to just everything. Everything's based on feelings.
And everything is political.
Every action a
takes...
human
I've said it before. Everything's
political.
To a degree.
Whatever.
Sure.
You are engaging in a far too reductivist...
All cooking is based on feelings.
All cooking is based on feelings, but I agree.
I thought most individuals based their choices on their values and principles, which are heavily determined by your feelings and logic.
What is a value and a principle, if not a feeling, of how you want things to run? What is, I want good things for the American people, if not a feeling? America's not on the periodic table. I want good things for the American people. I feel like that's a good idea. You want good things for yourself and the American people, Thomas. I know you do. That's a feeling.
All science is based on feelings. Evolution is based on feelings.
Maybe not.
Oh,
that's
shit.
Not really. Those aren't politics.
You don't agree with...
I know. Science is not really based on feelings. That's a measurement tool. Science is a measuring tool. Evolution is a measuring tool. Those are... what we feel about them, how we act after we get the science is a feeling. Why we went to look for that science can be a feeling. Why I go and pick up that hammer can be a feeling. I want to hammer a nail. It's sticking out. It needs to be fixed. I need to fix a thing. I feel like I need to fix that thing. I need to go get that science hammer. The hammer isn't a feeling. The science isn't feelings. Why you do the science could be.
So Waldo is saying science is not political.
It can be, of course it's political. We're just rearranging the words, is all I'm doing. Thomas, you were trying to make a point about how I'm
in politics,
including
if we
everything.
covered our principles and values more frequently, we might have more progress. I am sensing a contradiction.
Do you want to finish your point, Thomas? Or you want me to turn Kanuch off for a minute?
I think the chat's making the point for me.
Okay, they're making the point for you. Okay. Contradiction. Everything is political. All politics is based on feelings. That is the thesis that I have come to. The reason you would want to do a good thing for America is because you feel like you should, or you feel like the people who would benefit from the good thing that you're doing deserve it, or they would want it. These are all feelings. And if you are a Republican person who is trying to lower taxes, you feel like the Americans should get that. You feel like that's going to help the American people or yourself, even if you're being completely selfish. But I think that most Republicans are thinking that they will benefit and everybody else will benefit as well. Everyone will benefit from these things. That's why they're pushing it. That's a feeling. The tool that they use, tax collection and tax laws, are tools. And those tools are put in place through politics, sure.
So I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
Hold on, because when you say Republicans feel like a reduction in taxes will benefit the American people, it doesn't just have to be a feeling. These are things that have been tried before, and probably have been written about and discussed many times. I mean, we're in the year 2024, and many empires and countries and civilizations have risen and fallen in the intervening time. And you can look at the way that those civilizations behaved and say, okay, when they did this, the outcome was this. And you can
data.
You
describing
can
data.
look at
You're
what
describing
happened.
data. Okay.
Yeah. And then, I mean, is it a feeling that I want America to do well? I mean, yes. But okay.
So that's the base. That's why I say that we're based in feelings.
I don't agree with the resulting implications from that. Is because it's based on the feeling
History
that
doesn't really repeat, but it does rhyme.
I want America to do well.
That
I guess that's a feeling.
That's a feeling.
But when
that's what you're basing
at,
everything on.
It reduces things down so much that it's worthless.
It's
the notion
it's so broad.
is not worth anything.
I think that's a giant broad statement.
It is, and
I'm including damn near any
as
motivation. I'm including all human motivation in feelings, and I think that's important.
I want liberty to do well because I do well when liberty wins.
That's a great feeling you have,
According
Gonzo.
to the Poincaré recurrence theorem, history does repeat.
Thomas, so you want that thing to happen based on your feelings. That suggests to me that all politics are based on feelings. Is that a gigantic, broad thing? Yes. I think everything is. Every motivation that a human being has is a feeling. If you're motivated, how is it reductivist? I think it's so giant that it can't be seen. I think it's so big.
It can be true while also being useless as a data point.
Sure, everything in the universe is either a potato or not a potato. That's not helpful.
The statement you're making is useless.
How is it useless?
Everything is based on feelings. Okay.
No, all politics is based on feelings.
Thanks, Popo. Love learning new things. All politics is based on atoms.
It's based on atoms? No. All politics is based on feelings. If you are politically motivated to do a thing, that motivation is the feeling that you have. If you're not motivated to do a thing, then the thing doesn't happen, it doesn't get done, and we don't talk about it because it's not politics. Nobody's voting for a thing that doesn't have a base in feelings.
Can we agree that the basis in feelings is irrelevant if our end goal based on our feelings is the same? So if all of us want America to succeed, then does the reduction to all politics is based on feelings become irrelevant?
Irrelevant? No.
I think it does.
You're saying reduction. I'm saying it's a fucking ocean and you're swimming in it and don't know what water is. I'm suggesting that you're a fish who doesn't know what water is. I'm suggesting that it is so goddamn vast that most people never see it. I'm thinking right now, I'm not meaning this as an insult towards you. I think that you're telling me that you can't see the forest because there's a fucking tree in your face. That's what I'm here. That's what I feel like you're telling me.
That's not. What I'm saying
I'm telling you there's a forest, and you're like, nah, man, this is a tree. And I'm like, nah, man, there's a forest.
You and I both want what's best for the country?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a feeling we share.
So, okay. Now, how do we achieve that?
Well, you're going to swim to the right, and I'm going to swim to the left.
Well, but the direction we swim should definitely be based on the things that we see in, like, the data we've collected.
Sure.
And our information and knowledge of facts.
Yeah,
and we should make a logical determination, right?
Sure. We should use facts as tools. I'm going to use those facts to swim the direction that I think it most benefits us. But why are we swimming? Because we want the best. Because we want what's good for the country.
Okay. What I'm saying is that that's a given.
Okay. but not to the normies, not to the people who haven't ever heard that message before. To the
So
people
the
that have,
normies don't want the best for America either.
well, they don't know what they want. They just are based on their feelings.
Maybe
Their
they
feelings
do
are
want.
manipulated by
Well,
the
I'll go so
TV,
far as
by
to
the
say that the
gas
normies
prices.
do want the best for America,
They want the best, sure.
but they have no fucking clue. They haven't thought about it,
Hmm.
about what is actually the best.
Right, because they don't think about those
That's
things.
the problem.
I agree. I'm on board with you there. That if you're a normal centrist who doesn't know what's going on, you aren't paying attention. You're a fish in water.
I don't understand how politics isn't based on atoms. All political decisions ever made and ever to be made involve atoms. Checkmate atomic deniers.
I think you're trolling. No, there's no. The feeling that I want America to do good has nothing to do with atoms. It has nothing to
The
do with the
Poincaré
periodic
theorem
table.
states that certain
Well,
systems
it
will after a
definitely does have
sufficiently
to do with
long
that,
but finite
actually.
time return to a state
No.
very close to their initial state.
Yes, because in order for you to have those thoughts, you have to have a body and a brain, and that body and brain are made up of atoms. Checkmate, atheist.
Okay, great.
So
but
the implication
it
is
doesn't
that
make-
we'll all return to the cave lol.
we'll all
Name a
return to the
political
cave.
decision
No,
not involving atoms.
I think we need to appreciate our feelings, recognize that the feelings are there and that someone is having them. These
Check
feelings.
out Waldo's videos. https
Canooch.
www.youtubecom at Waldo
Bot
videos.
Rick's official needs to be removed from the Canooch posting.
Botworks, I know. I don't know how to turn her off without turning everybody off. I'm not very smart.
Oh.
I'm hoping that maybe someone's watching them, so like, oh yeah, I want to watch all those videos. That's the plan anyway. I don't know that it works. Anyway, the reason that I keep bringing it up is that I keep coming back to it. The person who believes
At Popo
is a
G42,
problem.
the trick is to determine which atoms.
Belief is the problem.
That
This is
person is made out of atoms, by the way.
Okay. And that
So everything comes back to atoms.
that's the building block, sure. But what are they thinking? Why are they thinking? Why does this?
Well, the atoms made up their
At
brain.
Kisingonzo, the atoms which support my positions, duh.
You see how ridiculous this is getting, right? Like,
Oh, I was on
We can-
top of something. I was doing severe, important analysis of the human condition, and you guys are derailing me with atom nonsense.
your analysis just is too reductivist. That's the problem.
Reductivist. I think it's the opposite. I think it's so grand. I think it's so giant. I think it's an ocean. And you're telling me that I'm reducing it to an ocean. Well, yeah, it's a fucking ocean. It's pretty goddamn big. And the people are swimming through that ocean not knowing that they're having feelings.
You know what that
or they're
ocean's made
being
of?
tricked. Atoms.
Atoms.
Great.
Derailing and what are the rails made of atoms?
Atoms. Son of a bitch. Your theory of everything is working out there, Popog. Where do human values exist on the periodic table? They
We're
don't.
sprinkling the political soup so the algorithm brings new follows.
I hope so. The point I'm trying to get, why I'm saying it's not atoms, is justice isn't on the periodic scale. Mercy isn't in. It doesn't have a peptide chain. You know, happiness isn't something that you can fill a cup with. So that's why I'm saying that those things are feelings. You can feel like justice was done, or you can feel like injustice was done. You brought up OJ. You feel that justice was not done there based on the facts that you saw. I'm not saying that you're not basing that on facts.
Justice has always been conducted using atoms.
Justice, no. Popog, you find it on the periodic table. Where is justice on the periodic table, Popog? You go search that and let me know.
All right. I think this has gone on long enough.